So we're going to just paint up some quick little trivets. These won't be like hot plate trivets. We'll put a finish on them when we're done, but that you can put like cold dishes on, etc. I made a little fun one. I didn't love it. So we're going to try something new. I'm going to go for a white tree with sparkly lights on it, I guess. And what are you going to do, AJ?
I'm going to go for a pouncy tree, very free form with some pretty baubles on it.
Sounds groovy. And we're just using an assortment of different acrylic paints that we have. We have folk art, we have Americana, we've got some different ones here. Just to get an assortment of colors that we want, and let's see what we can come up with.
I do get though why people do the viewfinder. It's hard to. So for my trivet, I'm doing a brown wash because I didn't have the stain. So paint and water mixed together. Just because I like the more natural wood look. If you can see Mom on the side, she's just kind of doing the prep of what we're doing for the actual opening of this video, which you would have already seen. I kind of like it.
I like that color.
I like it because you can still see the wood underneath.
That's what I always like, is the grain.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the sides, even though this is just MDF. Worst feeling in the world is hair falling down your arm, and then you're like, is it a spider? Nope, it's hair.
Unless it's a spider in this.
Maybe it's, you're doing really spring-like colors. Maybe that's
because I wanted softer, but
I just meant maybe that's why you keep thinking that doesn't look right.
I don't know, maybe.
I'm gonna let that sit for a minute, and then I'm gonna do the back side. Rock and roll. Okay. It's really hard to set up the camera when you're both in the shot and you don't have a viewfinder. So it makes life more interesting. But can I have a little plate when you have a moment?
Of course you can. So I'm just going to take a little bit of wet paint. And I'm just making like a freeform white Christmas tree. That's going to be just off to the side. I think I might put something down the side here. See what happens.
Whereas I am doing more of a mildly structured tree base. So I'm using the brown for. I don't know if, should I do branches with it or just go freeform for the branches?
You can do freeform, just, it's about having fun.
Yeah, true. True that.
And if you're painting Christmas in July, it better be for fun.
Yep. With your iced coffee, because it's super hot outside.
What is it today? 28, 27?
Yeah. You know, just a balmy summer Christmas day. Alright, let's put this down.
I'm not using my best brushes because I don't need the structure of a nice flat edge for this. And I'm just going to fill in this side with some streaky bits. I don't know if you can see.
Yep, you can. Let me inch this forward a little bit. This is kind of our first purposeful paint with me video, so we're just taking our time to figure out all the dynamics.
Having some fun.
Where did the pounce brush go?
Oh, it's right here.
Cute. Alright, so I'm using a darker green and a brighter green. And I'm going to kind of put the dark green down first. And
Just remember it's pouncing, not pounding.
It's just dirty, but alright. So just light. I'm not very good at drawing, so freeform painting is like kind of drawing. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to do just kind of my sparse outline first, and then I'll go in. This is not going to be a super fancy Christmas tree. That looks really nice already. I like that.
I need more texture.
Whereas I have a, what did I say? A bushy tree. Bushy wood.
A bushy wood.
I'm making a bushy wood tree.
Yes, a bushy wood tree. As opposed to the bushy rock trees.
Yes.
And
Technically, you know, there's moss on rocks. If it's a really tall, jagged looking rock, people could think it was a tree from a distance.
we're going to let this dry a little bit. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's a little Charlie Brownie, but
Yeah. Charlie Brown loved his trees, so.
was it Charlie Brown that liked the tree or Linus that liked the tree? I didn't really pay attention to
I
that movie.
don't know. Maybe it was Linus.
I just know the Great
'Cause,
Pumpkin.
You know, Linus is so accepting of everyone. I don't know. I guess if you're actually watching this video, you can tell us in the comments. Who was it that liked that darn tree? Charlie or Linus?
Or did they just really feel bad for it?
I'm just gonna fan off to the side here to dry my tree up.
Just fanning herself with a wooden fan.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Just a typical Christmas.
Because it's only, let's see, what is our temperature? No, 26. That's not bad. Still like to figure out how they're going to watch for thunderstorms when there's no precipitation forecasted whatsoever.
So I went in with the green, which is nice, but I'm doing half dark green and half light green to kind of try and fill up my tree a bit because it looks a little
Sparse.
Yeah, a little sad. A little ain't nobody picking this tree.
But it's always nice when you use different colors because it gives it
Different texture and different
Yep.
layers and
exactly. I am literally going to come back in here with just a little bit of a dry brush and add some little bit of blue because I took it all away.
and add that little more wispiness to it.
Yeah. And we're gonna put some, I mean, honestly, this is like a kid's painting, and if you happen to have children, sorry for you, but you know, something
for your
fun they
luck.
could try. I'm sorry for your luck.
I don't think that's quite tree shaped right now, though.
Yeah, it's tree-ish. It's
Tree adjacent.
Tree adjacent. It's all fun and games.
Until somebody loses a testicle. Then it's a sport.
Then it's a sport. That's right. See, it really is like a Tim Hortons. It's like a ice cap because it separates.
Exactly.
Mm. Let me see. That's tree adjacent.
Tree adjacent. In case you can't tell, she's the actual painter. I'm the
Don't go that far.
not painter.
We're going to be doing some fun paint stuff coming up, but at the moment, I haven't been practicing very much, so we're going to get back at it and have some fun.
I wonder if I should like actually take the brush and just kind of more shape it.
You
Yeah, why
can.
not?
It's your
It's
happy
just-
little accident. Do what you want with it. Let me clean that for
Oh,
you.
sorry.
No, don't be.
I just like my tree to have a little more structure than it does, because
Now, I'm going to add some colors to my little old plate over here.
I feel like that looks better.
Yes, that looks lovely. Because you're
She
adding
keeps
color
saying,
on
yeah.
top.
She keeps saying,
What?
sure, it's lovely. She winces. No.
I didn't wince.
Not gonna be in my apartment one day.
Come on.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brown and kind of give myself some things to follow with the colors.
Yeah.
Or no.
Maybe
I'm gonna do it with the dark green.
let it dry a little
Okay.
bit and, help it dry a little bit. There you go.
I'm drying my painting. It's totally winter outside. I can see the snow. This is Canada. We put the snow away during the day. Where you had the polar bears.
They're in their neighbor's basement.
Does our neighbor have a basement?
Or Canada. Most people have basements up here. I always think it's weird when I hear people saying they don't have a basement, and I'm like, where do you go during tornado season?
They hide in the bathtub and hope for the best.
I guess, yeah. I guess if they don't have tornadoes, not a big deal.
Here on the prairies, it happens.
Happens here
Oh, I kicked them.
a lot. Are you kicking people?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a nice color right there.
Hmm.
That yellow.
Oh, I have a yellow.
I know, I
Okay.
got it. It was just a little stringy.
Oh,
It's a little stringy.
that happened with the Kelly green. I had to really shake it. It had like
Oh,
some.
that's yours. So I'm going to start with my lightest color because it's always easier to clean the light color first. And I'm literally just, you can see it, pouncing into my yellow paint. Give it a little swirl. And I'm going to go And just put in some happy little yellow lights. Happy little accidents. How you doing over there?
All right. I'm kind of just putting an X pattern on here so I have like something that'll ground the lights.
Yeah.
Not to say I'll put it on every strand or whatever. I'll kind of just see what I see and
Am I in
go
your
from
way?
there. Nope, you're fine. I'm letting my paint go.
Watching paint dry.
Yep.
Painting flowers on the wall. Don't bother me at all. Alright, and
Let's
let's
start
go
with
for
my lightest color first.
just easier to clean lighter colors out, and if there's some left, it's not going to be as noticeable as if you have like dark blue on there and you're trying to put the yellow on, and then it gets in there and it's, you know,
Like,
some orange, some orange. I don't know, are these Christmas colors?
yeah, orange is a Christmas color. Orange is an every time color.
Which is funny because I am not an orange or yellow person.
And yet
Like,
she
they're
puts-
not my colors. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I would never. Yes, there is pictorial proof of me wearing yellow as a child. But
It was the
as an
70s.
adult,
man.
exactly, it was the 70s.
Can't blame nobody for that.
As an adult, it's not something I would choose.
Weren't many options back then, man.
Right?
I don't think anyone wore plum.
I had a pair of black jeans that had purple pockets. I got mocked by my sisters. But hey, I don't care. They were awesome.
She still tried.
I'm on the green. I'm like, what color am I using?
I'm trying to get my lid open.
Here, let me help you. Here's a quick and easy way. Make sure your lid is tight. And usually if you slide your hand up,
Why ain't you so
your
smart?
little paint condom will come right off.
College girl thinks she's so smart.
I am not no college girl. I don't
Got a
got me
calorie?
no book learning.
Mom says I don't need no book on.
That's right. I don't need no book learning. My big old jiggly arm in the way. But that's alright, because we're just here to have fun, not impress anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We'll go for the teal. Doesn't look much different than the blue, so I won't do much of it.
I have a really light blue over here.
That's alright. And then one of my most favorite colors, I like, this is wild berry, but like anything that's berry wine or like those burgundy colors.
Ironic, considering you hate wine.
Yeah, but I like the color.
Mm-hmm.
I like the color of wine.
I totally spill a glass of wine because the color is beautiful. Just wouldn't drink it.
Nope. And in we go with some. It's kind of like when you do like a face and it doesn't come together until like you can do the entire face and it looks
Weird until
disjointed
you put like the last bit on.
until
And
you
you're
put
like,
the eyes on.
Yeah.
You do the eyes and it comes together. You add the red and suddenly it comes together. I'm just going to give that a little tilt. See where I could use some. I'm calling that almost done. Almost done. I will clean that up. in a moment. And I am going to get some chalk.
I'm still making my little dots.
You make your dots till you're totally content. And I suck at writing and lettering, etc., etc. So I'm going to do that. What color? I see a color I would love to use. May I have the gold, please?
Still not gold. Is it missing anything?
No, it's cute. Let me see.
I'm gonna put a star on top.
Okay. I'm just thinking, do you need another bit of bright color in there somehow? Do you want some orange?
Sure. Orange. Glad I didn't say banana.
Orange. Yes, I am very glad you didn't say banana or eggplant.
Eggplant.
It's dirty.
That deserves dirty.
I am going to just use my lid.
Oh yes, it adds a nice little.
See, it just needed a little more brightness in there, hey?
Yep.
Make sure you spread them out, get some on the edges. And I'm going to just come in here.
See, this is proving that whether you know what you're doing or you don't know what you're doing, you can do fun little Christmassy stuffs. Like literally, if you don't have a proper brush, you can do this with the Q-tip. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, like I've seen, well, I've done pictures with Q-tips, and you just take a little bundle of Q-tips and dip them in your paint, so there's room in between, and it gives you that dotted effect. I followed a Angela Anderson, I believe, an Angela Anderson tutorial a few years ago, and the whole thing was, believe it or not, it was so fun to paint. It was, you used a sea sponge.
Was it those trees?
Yes, you used like a natural sponge, just like this, probably the exact one I used, and an old credit card or loyalty card or whatever you want to call it. That's much better.
So you can paint without actually having any fancy brushes if you don't have them.
Exactly, yeah. And I thoroughly enjoyed painting that, and I've been tempted to paint it again many times because it was so fun. And it was literally just a sponge and a card, and it was very enjoyable, relaxing. And I'm just going to come through here. So I want a bit bigger brush.
I said, whoop, I did that wrong. And I said, no, I didn't. I'm doing the classic. This kind of style.
I am just going to finish my edge by painting the gold. I watch Tracy Moreau, and she always finishes so many of her pictures with gold pens, and I always truly love that look. Like it's just that little finish on the cake, you know. Like she'll often take the pen and just go around the outside edge, and it just adds something to it, you know. But just like any painting, if you're just using a simple canvas and you don't want to have to frame it afterwards, just take your colors over the edge, and it makes your painting look finished, and it's fun. How you doing?
All right.
Are we having fun yet?
Having fun yet? Pretty much.
I hope you can see what I'm doing here.
I think they can, yeah.
I'm just going along the edge.
We're trying filming with the iPhone again because the camera, for anyone who did watch the last one, kept doing that. It was like editing it. I'm like, I don't know how to take this sound out.
And it was super annoying.
A little, just a tad, you know.
And that was on Richard's camera?
Yeah. Yeah, my camera doesn't focus for a damn, so
Well,
that's a whole other issue.
Our camera.
Yeah. But, well, they're all our cameras, so.
Yes. I'm just... So when we're done these, like I said, they're not going to be for a hot trivet. They're just going to be, I mean, you can just prop it up somewhere and enjoy it as a piece of art if you want. It doesn't have to be a trivet. We just got these surfaces. I guess I should have said that in the beginning at Dollarama here in Canada. And
It was $2 for a pack of 3.
yeah. And so, unlike Dollar Tree, which is, you know, like everything's a
Oh no,
$1.25.
Dollar Tree. This was Dollar Tree. Oh no, yeah,
No,
right.
this
This
was
is
Dollarama,
Dollarama, right?
yeah.
Sorry, I got this a couple
Yeah,
weeks ago. Right.
because Dollar Tree, you know, everything's $1.25, but Dollarama,
It's all different prices.
it's all different prices. It's a dollar store,
You can
but
get
it's
paints
not.
from Dollarama and Dollar Tree, but they're not going to be very thin or very. I don't find them very usable.
Yeah,
But you can get. I didn't know this till recently. You can get folk art and Americana at Michael's, or at Michael's obviously, but at Walmart.
Walmart, right?
So if you just want a couple of colors, pick out 1 or 2 every time you go, and then you have a bunch.
Whoop, I suck. But you know what's nice? Doesn't matter.
I think that's really pretty, actually.
And I am going to do what every good artist does.
Oh, so
Don't forget to sign your piece. I'm going to just take a little and make a tiny little. Anyways, as I was saying, you can just use this as decor. You can put a coat on it, a finish on it, whether it be just varathane or what have you. And that'll make it so that you can put it on your table. It's washable, etc.
it's great for cranberry sauce.
Yeah, there you go. Just put your cranberry sauce on it. And once that's dry, I can just make that go away. And there's some quick last minute Christmas in July projects.
Till next time.
Hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time.
Stay caffeinated, stay cozy.
Bye.
Bye.